Good morning, everybody. My name is Nathaniel, and I am very happy to meet you all once again. Today is day 4. And so, if you've been following this series, we've done a lot from day 1 to day 2 to day 3. And today is day 4. And I'm very happy to meet you once again. So, today we start with what we ended with yesterday. We start with some mock sessions. And if this is the first time you are seeing me, my name is Nathaniel. I've helped thousands of people with their visa interview, and helping people with visa interviews is what I do all day long. And so today we continue with what we started yesterday. And so before we start, as always, you just comment your country, you just comment where you're watching me from, so we know how to go by this live session. So if you just joined both on TikTok and on YouTube, let me know where you're watching from. Then we start today's session. Okay. So comment your country or comment your country's flag before we start today's live mock session. So I'll be waiting. And those liking the live, thank you very much. If you're on YouTube down here and you're liking the live, thank you. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook as well, thank you for liking the live. So let me know where you're watching from, and do well to share the live as well. Eunice is watching from Ghana. Who else? Aram, hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. You couldn't join yesterday, but Aram is also watching from Ghana. Boatema Mary is also joining from Ghana. Who else? Boatema, thanks for the likes, and those liking down here. Aram and Eunice, thank you very much for the likes. I really appreciate that. So this is the goal for today. Okay. By the end of this live session, you should get something new. You should learn something from this live. Okay. That is what we're going to do. I know you joined probably. I'm here this morning, and I'm here every morning because I want to give you insights about visa interview. So whenever I come live every morning around this time, that is the main reason why I'm live. Visa interview, nothing more, nothing else. So that is what we're going to do today. So by the end of this live session, you should learn something, like something. Just try. And so I always recommend that you get a pen and a paper or something, so you learn something every day. So today is day 4, as I said, and we'll be going straight to 30 days. So we are on day 4. Okay. Oh, is it day 5 or day 4? Aram, is it day 4 or day 5? Help me with that. Okay. So as I said in the beginning, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a live mock session, just like we did yesterday. If you want to join, you just recommend. Oh, day 4. Okay, Aram is right. She said it's day 4. Okay. So if you want to join, all you need to do is to requests, and I'll add you on. You tell me, I'll ask you certain questions. You tell me your answers. I'll see and I'll review whether it's good. But today, the main thing we are going to learn is something called, it's a method I developed for answering most visa interview questions. It is called, I call it the bridge method. You can write it down if you have a pen and a paper. It's called the bridge method. Okay. So that is exactly what I'm going to teach you today, the bridge method, and that is it. I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information. So the bridge method. Abby said I'll be messaging you for some answers. Okay, Abby. Okay. So that is exactly what we're going to learn. Then after that, if you want to join and ask any question, you can. Okay. So 2 days ago, I talked to you about 5 common questions they are likely going to ask you about a student's visa interview. And today I'm teaching you the bridge method. The bridge method is a way to answer visa interview questions, most of them. And so last 2 days, I told you that these 5 questions, they are likely going to ask you, especially if you're a student, during your student's visa interview. Number 1 is, why are you going to the US? They are likely going to ask you. If they don't ask you that question, and if you're a student, they are going to ask you, what are your plans after graduation? That is the next thing. Or they are going to ask you, which university are you attending? or they are going to ask you which major, or they are going to ask you who is sponsoring your education. These are 5 common questions they are likely going to ask. I just finished bathing, so yeah. So these are 5 questions you are likely going to ask. And if you want to answer these questions, the one thing I need everybody to do is answer the questions with very like confidence, be very confident. And I always say this, that we as Africans, when we were growing up, we weren't allowed to speak out. When you are talking, your dad will say, keep quiet over there, keep quiet. So expressing ourselves is very, very, very difficult. And so if we see somebody expressing himself, we sometimes envy that person. Why is this person so confident? But I think we learn. No one was born with confidence, but we learn it. Okay, with time we learn it. So these are the 5 common questions they are likely going to ask you during a visa interview. Why the USA? Why this? And so what I do recommend everybody to do is to get a story. I know most of you have a story by now if you've been following me for a while. I always recommend you get a story. That is 100%. Please, please, and please again, get a story. Okay. A story is something about you want the visa officer to know. That is it. Try your possible best and get a story. Okay. So example of a story, I wrote some down. Let me read it really quick to you. So there are people who go for their interview. So when I'm coaching people, one thing, the first thing I tell everybody to do, get a story, because it helps you a lot. It helps you a lot. It's something you want the visa officer to know about you. So I always give this example that if you are a rich man, you are very, very filthy rich, and someone comes to you, okay, thank you very much. I'll be answering all the questions very soon. I want to finish yapping a little bit, then I'll start answering all the questions. So yeah, I'll be answering all the questions very soon. So if you're going for a visa interview and you don't have a story, get a story. A story is simple. It's something about you that you want the visa officer to know. And I'm giving you an example that if you are filthy rich, okay, and 2 people come to you that they need money, okay, and the first one give you like tangible reason. This is what I'm going to use the money for. I'm going to use the money to build 2 houses, and I'm going to rent out those 2 houses. If you're a rich man, you're going to invest in that person. But if someone comes to you and say, I'm just going to use the money to buy a car, you're going to invest in the first person because the person has a tangible reason. And that's the same analogy with a visa interview. If you go there giving general answers that the US has opportunities, the US has this. If I'm a visa officer, I'm not going to give you the visa. Trust me, I'm not going to give you the visa. But if someone comes to you with a plan and the person says, okay, I am a student, I'm going to the US to study, he mentioned, let's say engineering, because, or for example, civil engineering, because the roads in Ghana is very bad. We have poor road connection, and I have a dream to help the government with the road construction. So I want to go to the US because they have the infrastructure to help me. So eventually I'll come back and help the government with the road construction. If I'm a visa officer, I am likely going to give you this visa because you have a purpose. And that's the whole thing. If you want to convince somebody to do something for you, and in this case, a visa interview, you have to have a purpose. Okay. Have a purpose, have something you want to pitch. And all the people I've coached who got approved, they all had a story. So don't go rely on luck. God is going to do it. God can do it. I believe in prayer. That's why I always advocate pray before you go for your visa interview. That is true. It keeps you calm. Before my interview, I was praying. So prayer works 100%, but you have to prepare. Okay. And a way to convince them is having a story. And ask everybody, if you have a friend who is in the US, ask them. And I've been interviewing people for a while now. Everybody I interview here on my channel, they all said something, like they all had something they pitched. I remember I interviewed Jayla, who is coming here to do, I think, agriculture or something. And she said she told the visa officer about her dream to come back to help in agricultural sector because there is not much technology in agricultural space in Ghana. That is what she said. Okay. So this makes sense. In Ghana, there is not much technology in agriculture. Many farmers have to do whole like farming, manual farming. And so You coming here to study technologies in agriculture and going back to help farmers, that is a big deal. So always have a purpose. So right now, I need you to sit down, ask yourself, what is my purpose? Like, why do I really want to study in the US? Okay. Ask yourself, if you don't have a purpose, get a purpose, write it down, and that basically forms your story. So a story is in three parts. Number one is your past, what you were doing, your present, what how the US is going to help you, and the future, you are going to return to your home country. So as I always say, a student's visa, a B1, B2, a business visa, an exchange visitor, which is a J1 visa, they all fall under the non-immigrant visa category. So if you don't know non-immigrant, it simply means when you go, the visa officer is going by a law they call the Section 214B. Section 214B means that you have to prove that you're going to return to your home country. If you don't prove that, they're going to deny you. So if you're a student and you don't prove that you're going to return to your home country, straight denial under Section 214B. If you're a student and your purpose is not really clear, you don't really have a clear purpose and you don't really convince the visa officer enough, they're going to deny you under Section 214B. If you don't have a credible sponsor, people say my pastor is going to sponsor me, but you don't give a tangible reason why your pastor is going to sponsor you, because your pastor is not the one taking care of you. Your parents are your sole like your parents' responsibility is to take care of you. So if you say my dad is going to sponsor me, you don't have to really much try to prove his credibility. But if you say somebody outside your family is going to sponsor you, you have to prove his credibility. Why is your pastor going to sponsor you? Maybe something happened, so your pastor stepped in when you were in high school to take care of you till date, and so your pastor now has a track history of taking care of you. So if you go and tell them this, they'll be like, okay, your pastor already took care of you in high school and undergrad. So if you're going for your master's and your pastor is still going to take care of you, that is fine. So there are three things you have to prove. Number one, have a good purpose before you go for your visa interview. Number two, have a credible sponsor, someone who is going to sponsor you. So when you go and they ask you who is going to sponsor you, you say, my dad is going to sponsor me. You mention, you add a little bit credibility. What does your dad do? Or maybe he owns a petroleum company, or he has three cocoa farms in Ghana, and he makes an annual income of 300,000 US dollars. So when you say this and the visa officer hears that, and on your I-20, the fees on there is like $25,000, and your father makes it 300,000. You told her that your father makes $300,000. They are going to be like, okay, that your father now is credible because $300,000 a year, and you're paying 25,000 a year. Okay, your father can take care of you. So that's the whole thing. I don't really believe in luck in visa interview. People mostly pray that they get a good visa officer. Please, Lord, help me get a good visa officer. I wish I can get a good visa officer who will hear me out. I wish if you put all your hopes on getting a good visa officer, it's not going to work. You might probably get denied. You always have to prepare. The visa officer you're going to get, you can't control that. You can't control that I'm going to get this visa officer. When you go there, they'll randomly push you to any visa officer. There are many visa officers there. So they will just randomly be putting you. You go to visa officer one, you go to visa officer three. So you can't really pray, or you can't say, I wish I get a good visa officer. No, what you have to do, because you can't control that, what you can control is your preparation. That is what you can control. So every day, as I told you, the first day we started this whole 30-day visa program, I told you that always get 30 minutes a day and prepare. Write down your answers. Don't think that you know everything is in your head. No, write it down. The more you write, the more it becomes part of you. Write it down every morning when you wake up, the first 30 minutes before you even log in into social media. What you have to do, look at your answers. Why the USA? Oh, I'm going to the USA to study bachelor's of science in maybe agriculture and the technology in agriculture, because in Ghana, many farmers do not have, or many people are relying on manual labor. So I want to go to the US, study this under Professor this, or I'll study these courses in agricultural technology. And eventually my dream is to come back, make robots to help in agriculture. So every morning, that is what you have to be doing. You repeat over and over till it become part of you. So don't say, oh, I'm waiting till 1 week before my interview before I start preparing. You start preparing from today, right now. Okay. It's your dream, so you have to work hard for it. Don't say, I would wait. No, it's your dream, brother. It's your dream. You have a great dream to come to somebody's country, learn, and eventually go back. So that is a big dream, and so you have to work hard for it. How do you work hard for it? Every morning when you wake up, 30 minutes. Try your possible best. Try your maximum best to look through your questions. Okay, that is what you have to do. So let me answer some questions really, really quick. Then we go straight into today's mock session. So if you want to join and let me ask you some questions, I'm going to do that really quick. I'll ask you some questions. I'll see how you answer it. And oh, I forgot. Let me teach you about the bridge method. So, for example, if you go for a visa interview and they ask you a question, number one, the bridge method is simple. It's in 3 steps. Number one is you answer the question directly. So when they ask you who is going to sponsor you, don't go around talking too much. Number one, answer the question directly. My dad is going to sponsor me. Number two, you explain if it requires explanation. So you explain. And number three, you keep quiet. You shut up. So that is the bridge method. So when they ask you any question, you answer the question directly. So for example, why the USA? You answer the question directly. I'm going to the USA to study blah 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 at blah 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 university. Okay, number two, you explain. And explanation for these questions, you have to link it back to your story. So after saying I'm going to study this at this university in the US, then you will link it to your story. What is your story? What is your dream? Because I believe that if someone knows a little bit about you as a person, the person is likely going to sponsor you, okay, or the person is likely going to help you. So after saying you are going to study this at this university, and you tell them a touch about your story, your background, what actually inspired you, and after that you tell them that you're going to return to your home country. That is it. Number three of the bridge method is keep quiet and listen to the next question. So, oh, Elvis, how are you doing? How are you doing? I've been yapping for a very long time. I've been yapping for 20 minutes. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, I'll be listening to your question for the next 5 minutes. And after the 5 minutes, there's what I'm going to do. You can. Oh, is George said I got rejected in June. I plan to apply again. That is the spirit I want for everybody. If you get denied for the first time and you feel like I can do this again, go ahead and try it again. Okay, so yeah, try it again. He said, what should I say if they ask me what is the cause you have been refused? Okay, so there's one thing. I know many people have gone there and you have been denied before, right? So if you've been denied before, they are likely going to ask you what has changed. What has changed? You came here before, your visa has been refused. What has changed? And on their website, I think you have to also develop the habit of reading their websites a little bit. On their website, under visa denial, they said if they deny you and you want to try again, try and change something significant. That is what they are saying on their website. And so if you're a student and you can probably change your school, you change your school. It's a significant change. If you're a student and you probably have gained more scholarships, that is okay. That's a significant change. So try and change something significant about your application. And one thing I personally don't like about visa interview is when they deny you, they don't tell you the exact reason why they deny you. Oh, he said I'm watching from Ethiopia. You're welcome. So they'll not tell you the exact reason why they denied you. Oh, you've been denied because when you were talking, you sounded nervous. Or I don't believe what you just said. I think you have to do better next time. So I'm not going to give you the visa. They're not going to say that. They'll just say take this section 214B and they'll give it to you. They'll not tell you anything. So when they ask you that question, what you would have to do is like after you change something significant, for example, your school, when you go there again, you tell them that initially you came with this school, now you are coming with this school, you have more scholarships. Initially, you were quite nervous, so you couldn't really explain your purpose and you couldn't really prove your home ties because you were nervous. And now you've come fully prepared, so you can answer the questions and you can prove why you want to return to your home country. Because for non-immigrant visas, if you don't prove home ties, it's straight denial. So you can tell them that as well. He said my interview is next month. I'm going for the second time. All the best. All the best. Oh, always be confident. That is what. Believe in yourself. Okay. Believe in yourself. He said, thanks for sharing. You're welcome. He said, I'm unable to get a favorable visa date and my program starts soon. What should I do? Yeah, this, I believe you are in Ghana, right? There's a common problem in Ghana. I don't know. The number of people applying for visas in Ghana has increased like exponentially. Many people are applying for visas in Ghana of late. And so the date is quite um in a way in Ghana there are no dates. Yeah, I said it. So probably in Ghana. So in other African countries, it's not like that. Like I coached someone from Cameroon and another person from Malawi, and they got a date in 3 days. Like the same day, there were dates available. So she booked the date. So today is Monday, so she booked the date in Wednesday. So I don't think other African countries face that problem. I think it's only in Ghana because of the number of people applying. Ghana and Nigeria. So what I would recommend you do if you there is no date is wait a little bit because you wouldn't know the time they are going to release dates. Okay, wait a little bit. That is the first thing I'll tell you to do. Communicate with the school that there are no visa dates available. You every school has an international students counselor. So talk to them that there are no visa dates available and listen to what they will say. Sometimes if you have a scholarship with them, they are going to say, okay, we are going to maintain the scholarship. We are going to defer your application to the spring semester. So let us know. So wait a little bit. So for example, if your school reopens on 25th of August, today is 17th of August, right? Yeah, today is 17th of August. You have so I would wait till the end of the week. If I don't get any date, or for now, I would just talk to the school about the situation that I'm not getting any visa date and listen to what they will say. But I will not defer it yet. I'll wait till like Friday before I finally defer it. And also, there on the portal there is something called emergency appointment. Try and apply for an emergency appointment. They can deny you, but they can approve your emergency appointment. So just apply for an emergency appointment. If you don't know how to book for an emergency appointment, I'll probably let you know. Thank you for the gift. And those liking also, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Following you from Kenya. Hello, my interview is on this is my sixth attempt. Oh, that's a lot of attempts. But yeah, I know a guy here who went for 6 times. And the sixth one, the person got approved. So I believe that this time you're going to get approved. Have you changed something significant, as they say? Oh, your emergency was rejected. Mine as well. So 3 years ago, I applied for an emergency appointment because my interview was very close. I didn't get a date, but it's not as so 3 years ago in Ghana, the dates were scarce, but it wasn't as rampant as today. Today is crazy. Like today is crazy. So I applied for an emergency appointment. I got denied. So what I was thinking was that if I got denied for the emergency appointment, then I might probably get denied for my visa. But that is not true. So I got approved. So NASA, what I would recommend is talk to the school. Let the school know. Okay. Let the school know. Yeah, my sister watching from Kenya sees attempt. You've got this. You've got this. Just be confident, just be confident. Very, very confident. And have a good purpose. Like if as I said in the beginning, if someone has a great purpose of coming to their country, it's it's easier for them to get approved. Like they okay, this person has a good purpose. Oh, the person proved that he's going to return to his home country. Okay, then let me approve his visa. So yeah, but you've got this. You've got this. Okay, so you said how many times can you submit an emergency appointment? Once. So if you submit it for the first time and they deny you, you can't submit it again. You can put the submission in, but they are going to notice. They'll tell you that you already have submitted it and we rejected you. So that is it. So it's once. So if they deny your emergency appointment, that is it. So I'm applying first time for business visa. Any tips for me? So business visa is to a non-immigrant visa. You apply for B1, right? It's still a non-immigrant visa. So let them know that you're going to return to your home country. And since I'm guessing you already have a business. So since you already have a business, um, l- your home ties could be you would be returning to your country. So after doing the business or after the business trip, you'll be returning to your country to take care of your business. And you can mention how big your business is. Like you have like 3 employees. So you come back to your country and take care of your business, which has like 3 employees or 10 employees or something. So I would recommend you use your business as a form of proving home ties. Is that I'm enjoying from New York, enjoying my vacation. Stella it's been a. I told you that when you're coming from Ghana, bring me banku and stuff. But I didn't see your email though. Yeah. Going for the second time, I have a full tuition. That is a good change, and you have an honors as well. That is a good one. So you can use that as a change. So initially you didn't have any scholarship. You were nervous. You couldn't explain. Now you have a full tuition scholarship, and you are in honors college as well. So that is a good change you've made right there. Yeah, he said I sent you an email. You didn't respond. Oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, Stella, if you are free, kindly comment yes. I'll add you to this live so you share your story, how you got here, how your interview was like a little bit, just a little bit, of everything. So it is you are just here to inspire people. That is it. So if you're yeah, just comment yes if you're ready. Okay. So Betty said, if what if I change the school and the major? So if you change your school and your major, I think that is a very, very significant change. Yeah, that is a very significant change. He said, okay, I'm eating. Yeah. So if you're done eating, I'll be here for 30 more minutes. So if you're done eating, I'll add you so you talk about your interview for other people to learn. Yeah. He said, hello, it's Big Joe. I'm late. Yeah, you're late, bro. You're late. I contacted you on okay, Maggie. I'm watching from Qatar. How is Qatar, Africa boy? Do you have a list of universities that give scholarship? Almost a university gives scholarship to international students. Yeah, almost every scholarship. But try Michigan State University if you are going in for like something related to engineering or computer science. I think they give scholarship, good scholarship to full scholarships if you are a bachelor's. Yeah, Michigan State University. I think they have a program like that. So Betty, yeah, if you change the school, and one thing is, for example, let me give this example really quick. For example, um you did agriculture um in your bachelor's degree, and you want to change it to do, let's say, computer science in your master's degree. That is not a red flag. I hear people online saying it's a red flag if you change your course. It's 100% not a red flag. It is only what you only have to do is how you connect the two. Like, why did you change it from agriculture to computer science? Okay. So if you can give a tangible reason why you made that change, you'll get approved. I know many of my friends did something different in undergrad and came here to do something different for their master. So the whole thing is how you explain it well. So for example, um, someone could do agriculture in their undergrad program, and he decided that okay, there is AI advancing, there is a lot of value in computer science now, so I don't want to do agriculture no more, I want to do computer science. So when the visa officer takes your I-20 and they see computer science, right, and um she asks you, tell me about your background, and you say you did agriculture in your undergrad, They'll probably ask you why they change. Why did you change from agriculture to computer science? Don't panic. So you just have to establish a connection between the two courses. Maybe you did agriculture because you want to learn more about farming, and now you want to do computer science because you want to create an app that is going to help farmers know like the weather, know how, when and where to plant, know about their crops, so it increases yield or something like that. So if you can connect the two, that is it. So it doesn't matter the course you did. You can do nursing in your undergrad and decide that, okay, I want to do something that is not related to nursing. So they are going to ask you, why did you change from nursing to computer science? Maybe when you're in nursing, you notice a major problem that nurses in Ghana normally wrote patients' information in a book. So what you want to do is you want to create an app, or you want to create a software that they are going to upload patients' information there, and there will be an AI backend that will recommend the nurses or people in the healthcare industry on how to treat a patient. So if you can give a tangible reason to link the two, that is it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I failed on my first attempt. Do I need to fill a new Yeah, so anytime you get denied, you have to fill a new DS-160 and you have to pay a new visa appointment fee, always. But service fee lasts for a period of 1 year, so you don't have to pay that till it expires. But visa application fee, $185 every time you get denied. So if you get denied for like 6 times, you have to pay it over and over again. And you have to fill the DS-160 over and over and over again. Yeah, Stella, I'm going to put a link in the comments, right? You use that link to join, and you just tell people a little bit about your experience, because sometimes we need motivation. I remember when I was preparing, I just went online, checked some people's videos on how they got here, and that was enough to motivate me. So in the next 10 minutes, Stella is going to motivate you a little bit, and we start with the mock session. If you want to join, you join. I ask you a couple of questions. You use the bridge method to answer. That will be it. Okay. Is that I asked you to call me? Call me in the afternoon, like evening Ghana time. Mostly in the mornings, I'm quite busy. So in the evening, around let's say 6 or 7 p.m. Ghana time. Share your email, please. My email is my first and last name at gmail.com. You know my first and last name, right? My first name is Nathaniel. My last name is Jateng, Gyarteng. G-Y, not J, G, like goat, Yarteng. So Stella, we are waiting for you. You join, you motivate everyone, and we start with a short mock session, and we are done for today. So if you forget everything, or if you just joined and you don't know what we are talking about, today we started with one important thing, that before you go for your interview, you have to have a purpose. Like you have to have something you want to pitch to the visa officer, something very tangible. Don't go and give general answers that everybody would give. Don't go to ChatGPT; it's going to give you random answers, and it's going to, don't use big words as well, because you don't use big words. Since I started speaking, I haven't used any big word. No. So don't use big words that you don't normally use, the analytical skills, the practical. You use that, but it's not, yeah. So don't use big words. Just use your normal language, and just be confident when you are speaking. That is it. And try and open your mouth. Don't talk like, I'm going to the US. Open your mouth. I'm going to the US to study masters in business analytics because I want to build my own business in Ghana, and blah 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 blah. So eventually, after learning courses like this and that, I'll return to Ghana to build my own business to solve this problem in Ghana. So if you have this purpose, the visa officer already knows that, okay, this person has a purpose, and yeah. So don't mostly rely on luck. Okay. Don't rely that I hope I get a good visa officer, because you can't control that factor. What you can control is your preparation. That is why I say every morning get like 30 minutes of your time. Write down your answers. Just look through. The more you look through something, the more you become comfortable at it. So that is what you can control: your preparation, your confidence level. Start recording yourself every morning, talking about your visa interview questions and answers. Oh, why the USA? I'm actually going to the USA to do this. Pass me your passport and your I-20. Here you go. Or you can use Officer Charles to prepare. We are trying to update it more to act more human. So you can use that as well. You can use Officer Charles to prepare. So yeah, every morning you wake up, you say, pass me your passport and your I-20. Here you go. Why the US? You start answering it. You start using your hands, your gestures, good posture, because you're going to stand. So that is it. Every morning, if you do that, I guarantee you that during your visa interview, you're going to be very confident than majority of the people who came. Those like and thank you very much. Maria shared a live. Maria, thank you. And the one who just gifted me, thank you very much. And Stella, I'm waiting for you. He said, what about having MPhil in environmental science in Ghana and getting admission in agriculture, environmental and I think these courses are kind of related in a way. So, Vincent, what you have to do is to find environmental science in Ghana and get an admission in agriculture. So, I think you can. When you ask you why the US, I'm going to the US to study MPhil in environmental science. Environmental science. Okay, so you can say like growing up in Ghana, and I want to get a story. I want to get a good one. Agriculture is very common in Ghana and many. Let's see. Agriculture is very common in Ghana, and that is our major source of, is it revenue? That is our major source of revenue. And so I want to see how it impacts the environment. So I want to go to the US, study these courses under Professor Days, and eventually come back and see how agriculture is affecting the environment or something. Try and link the two. I don't know, but I need to really sit down and think about it. So it's all about a matter of sitting down, thinking about it, how to establish a connection between the two. Yeah, you've been congratulations. You've been admitted to. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Hello, Joseph. Okay, he went. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching me on Facebook and you're watching me, I put the link in the comments so you can join. Stella, I'm still waiting for you though. Which course is that? Hey, you don't know the course and you apply to that. Hmm. Okay, so liberal arts is not really liberal arts and sciences. Okay, how do I explain? What school is that? What school is that? They placed you there. What course did you choose? What course did you choose? And they gave you liberal arts and sciences. I don't even know how to explain liberal arts. He said, can I change my interview from Ghana to Saudi Arabia? Are you living in Saudi Arabia right now, Dovi? Initially, formally, you could do that. You could apply in another country. So, for example, if you're in Ghana, you could book your interview in Zimbabwe, but now you can't do that because of the new laws. So you can't do that anymore. But if you have been staying in Saudi Arabia for a very long time now, then you can do it in Saudi Arabia. But if you are staying in Ghana thinking that you can do it in another country, that is not true. You are in Saudi Arabia, yeah. So you can book it in Saudi Arabia. You said I got an inter Shaku. I don't understand what you mean. Yeah, Leah, I love that purpose. So you said your course is apply stats. If my purpose is to use my acquired skills to support financial company in Ghana, manage their financial risk. Great, amazing, yeah. So you said a financial company, so you can really be specific on that financial company you want to work back home in Ghana, maybe Absa Bank or something. You get it? Yeah. Or it could be your dad's company, and he wants you to, or you want to come to the US, study. What do you want to study? Applied stats, which is a very great course, and it's not only used in finances, but you said you want to focus in finances. Yeah. So financial company, you can mention like Absa Bank in Ghana to manage your financial risks, and yeah, that is great. You said you're waiting for whom? I'm waiting for Stella. Stella used to be here. Used to join my mock sessions when she was in Ghana, and she came to the US. I think 2 weeks ago. I told her to bring me food, but she sent me an email asking for some details, but I didn't see it, so she came. But I want her to join so she tells you one or two things. Since she went for her interview recently, she wants to. I want her to like encourage you a little bit before I leave today. Um, Yeah, everybody is asking applied economics. So one thing when I'm coaching people, one thing I normally do is I don't give you the answers. Okay. What I do is I let you decide something. Okay. I let you try and write something down. For example, you said applied economics. Why did you choose that course? So if you have a good reason, then we build on your basic purpose. So I can't say, oh, okay, if you say this when you're going to study applied economics, you're going to get approved. I'm not a visa officer, I get it. But you first have to give me a reason, and I'll look at it and I'll say that is okay or no, right? So, for example, Leia right here gave me that my purpose is apply stats. If my purpose is to acquire the skills, yeah. So, give me a purpose so I can build on that. You get it? He said, I'm going for the third time. What should I do? So be very confident. If you get a very good purpose, know why you were denied before, though they are not going to tell you that. But um, why? Okay, is it a student's visa? Let me know. I have 18 minutes, and Stella is still not joining us. Thank you. Last question. Also, my Empower was cancelled due to late submission and of visa. They are no longer giving loans. I'm using that. Would that be an issue? No. Is Empower on your I-20? Which sponsor is on your I-20? I have an interview on June. June is already past, or next year. Okay. Student's visa. Okay. Then you got denied on the 6th of August and you want to try again. So what was your deficits? How much scholarships did you get and how much are you going to pay? And sometimes they deny people mainly because the funding is unrealistic. For example, you say you're going to pay like 50,000 US dollars every year. Okay, that is really unrealistic to many Africans. So it could be a reason. So you change it to your dad. So it's not an issue, Leah. You can say your dad is going to sponsor you. So don't mention Empower during your visa interview because it's irrelevant now. So let them know that your dad is going to sponsor you, and he has been taking care of you, and he has like, so they are probably going to ask you who is going to sponsor your education. So as I said, using the bridge method, first answer the question directly. So you said my dad is going to sponsor me. People mention their name, and that is perfectly fine. He's in the person of Mr. Leah or something. Yeah. So you mention his name. If you want to, you don't have to mention his name. You mention the job he does, or he works, or he has been working as a doctor, and he has his four main clinics. He makes an annual income of 1 million US dollars, and he has set aside $200,000 to support my education. Okay, here is his bank statement to prove that you are done. Okay, so now let's analyze it. Now your dad makes 1 million US dollars. That is a huge money. It means that he can pay like $50,000 every year. He can pay. he thinks about you, so he has already set aside like $200,000 just for your education. So it means your dad already has a plan to take care of you, and you have a proof already. You have his bank statement ready to show and to prove. So don't mention Empower there, though you applied and it got cancelled, but that they are not going to sponsor you anyway. They are irrelevant in this situation. So don't mention Empower. Just say your dad. Yeah, fresh. I love that. So, applied economics deals with inflation, deflation, and unemployment, poverty, which is a commonplace in Africa. So, you want to study that in the US, study how systems work here, and probably go back to Africa and use the knowledge and the skills, or you are going to probably, so let them know that you have also done your research. Maybe you did a research under a professor, you study certain courses there that is really going to help you decrease the unemployment, or you can't decrease unemployment rate, but eh, yeah, try and help with the inflation rate in your home country. Yeah. So the main reason why I make your purpose tie back to your home country is that it proves home ties. So why the USA, you can just add your purpose back in your home country. Is $1 million realistic? People are making crazy money in Ghana, bro. So someone who has, that's why I said he has 4 clinics. He already works as a full-time doctor. He's going to make it. He's going to make $1 million. Yeah, they're going to make it. So, but you can't say your dad works as a trader in the market and he makes $1 million. It could be possible, but it's unrealistic. But in this case, his dad has 4 clinics in Ghana, and clinics are making crazy money, you know. So your dad has 4 clinics. He also has other businesses. He owns real estate. He makes $1 million every year. Everybody's going to believe it. And if his bank statement shows that he has $1 million, yeah. I'm watching from Kenya. Hello, my interview is oh okay, 6 attempts. What do I recommend? 6 attempts. So 6 attempts. But I number one, let me commend you for your bravery. You're very brave. Like you've tried for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and you want to try again. Let me yeah, you are very brave. I really love that. And you are just like me. We don't give up. We don't give up, you know. Yeah, we don't give up. So I would hmm, are you going with the same story? Are you going with the same school? I would tweak my story a little bit and uh see something. 6 attempts, 6 attempts. Kemi, send me a DM. I want to really know your situation, right? Yeah, send me a DM. Is it $1 million is too huge? Yeah, I was just making an example. People have taken it. Yeah, I was just making an example, but I believe there are many Ghanaians who can make $1 million in Ghana. Don't underestimate Ghana and don't overestimate the US. Yeah. So Ghana, $1 million, like, is it? Ah, bro, 4 clinics. The person can make it. Yeah, the person can make it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Hello?
Yeah. Let me hear your question. You have a minute. Bro is not talking. Okay. Yeah, Betty, you said you messaged me. I haven't replied. Call me. Call me and end the call. I'll see it. Okay. Call me. I have like a lot of messages. I have to learn lots of messages. So call me in the evening because in the afternoon I may not be close to my phone. So yeah, call me in the evening. Okay. So we have 10 more minutes. We couldn't let anybody join. Talahun joined, but he can't. I can't really hear him. Hello. Okay. So my class. Kweku, this is what I need you to do. Communicate with the school right now. You know, my class starts today. I couldn't find an appointment date for my visa. Right now, okay, immediately after this live, I'm going to end it in 10 minutes. But immediately after this live, go straight to the school, email the school that you couldn't find an appointment date, and they will try and help you defer it to January. So you can still come in January. If you don't tell them anything, you might have to apply again. So tell them so they help you defer it to January. So right after this live, that is what I need you to do. Okay. Let them know. And sometimes if you already have a scholarship and you let them know, they are going to also defer the scholarship to January. So you are still going to have the same scholarship you had. So talk to them. Any situation, talk to them. Even if you applied to a school, you got denied. Don't say that I got denied, so I no longer have a relationship with the school. Talk to them that hello, I got my visa denied, and I think it's because of my scholarships or something. The schools may see that and maybe give you like an extra scholarship. Who knows? So it's all about communication. Talk to the school. Okay, let me see. I want to pursue a cybersecurity course in the US. That's a good course. That's a high paying good course. But for cybersecurity of late, hey Ruth, how are you doing? For cybersecurity of late, I wouldn't recommend you do that. Do computer science instead, or do software engineering instead. Cybersecurity is great. So you can do software engineering later, branch specialize in cybersecurity because of late most companies, if you are doing cybersecurity, most companies will require you to be a citizen because um, you are working with the security systems of a software. You are working with the security systems of a whole big company, and they wouldn't allow you as an international student, as a foreigner, to take care of all these things. It could lead to a security breach or something. So I would recommend you do software engineering, learn front end, back end. And if you are in Ghana or if you are in Africa and you are watching me right now, before I end, this is what I need you to do. Don't wait till you travel before you start building skills. You wouldn't know. Go online, try and learn something, learn how to develop the front end of an application, learn HTML, JavaScript, or CSS. Learn something. Learn something. If you know how to do music, learn music. Yeah, it's going to really help you. Learn the skills. Don't wait for an opportunity before you start learning. Learn the skills. Okay. So I wouldn't advise personally. You can do cybersecurity, but I wouldn't advise you do cybersecurity. Yeah, I made the same mistake, so I don't want you to do the same thing. Uh, do software engineering. Yeah. Quick question: what if the bank statement has less than what your parents makes in a year, but it covers the full tuition and living expenses? Say 50K bank statement, but you say, and it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So if the closing balance in your bank account is 50K, right? But you say your parents make 120K, it doesn't matter. Maybe you use the money off to do something. So now 50K is in the bank account. So but the closing balance I recommend should be more than the tuition. So if the tuition of your school is if the tuition of your school is, let's say, 70K, the money in the bank has to be more than 70K, like 200K or something, because the main reason why you are sending a bank statement to an interview is simple, because you want them to know that it's a proof that your parents can pay. So if the bank statement, the money in the bank account is less than your tuition, it's not realistic. So they're going to deny you because you can't pay. So they'll deny you still under section 214B. You say I'm not on scholarship. I would advise everybody to get a scholarship. Even if you pass your visa interview and you come here, if you don't have a scholarship, you're going to struggle. Like the struggle here is real. You're going to struggle. Try and get some scholarships. Oh no, it includes living expenses because on your I-20 they're going to add living expenses. So it includes everything. So the money, the deficit on your I-20, the money on your bank account should be more than the deficit on your I-20. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So this concludes day 4. Let me summarize everything and we end. Dovi said I'm going to visit my girlfriend. My interview is next year. Have you met her before or you met her online or something? I need to talk to you before I can give you a general advice. Yeah, it's different when you have met her before, and it's different when you met her online because everybody can meet someone online and the other person will say, come and visit me and stuff. But if you met her before, it's quite different a little bit. Okay, so I want to end this live. Today is day 4, and we are doing 30 days straight. So every day around this time, just come straight to my live. I'll be here and we'll talk. Okay. So if you forget everything I said today, this is what I want you to remember. Before your interview, get a purpose. Whether it's B1, B2, you're going for a business, we are going to visit, get a purpose. And especially, let's talk about visiting visa. Visiting visa, you have to get an idea of the date you're going to come here and the date you're going to return, the number of weeks you're going to spend, the hotel you're going to sleep in, the address, sometimes even the address of the hotel. Get information about your whereabouts when you come here for visitor visa. And what else? What else? What else? For a student's visa, as I always say, get a purpose. Like always, don't go there and say the US has good infrastructure, it has good opportunities. They don't need to hear that. And as I always say, probably thousands of people have come there before and they all said the same answer. What makes you different and what makes your situation special is how you bring yourself into the situation, how you tell them you had a dream too, or how you tell them what you want to do. Yeah, how you bring yourself into the whole situation. Like they want to know you because before your interview, the only thing they know about you is the small information you filled on your DS-160 and the I-20 you took. Okay, that is the most information they know about you. And sometimes I don't know for of today, I don't know how they've done, but they could check your social media, but mostly they check it after the interview. So the only information they know about you is your DS-160 and your I-20, which doesn't give them much information about you to determine whether you get a visa or not. So you standing in front of them, that is your chance to let them know you, to let them know your dream in your home country. Okay, so always have a purpose. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2, answer questions directly as well and try and explain. Be yourself. Look in the person's eye when you are speaking, and I look in your eye. It shows confidence. Look in their eye. Talk. Be confident. It's not something difficult, as I always say. Just be yourself. Talk to them. They are humans just like you are. Just talk to them, and that'll be it. Okay, that'll be it. So I'll see you same time tomorrow, and may God help each and every one of us. If you are preparing, if you've just started this journey, if you've been denied for 10 times, if you've been denied for 20 times, always know this is all part of the process. Okay, there are times where you have to go through hell in order to experience the good things. So um let me tell you one quick story. I got denied several times, not visa, but when I was applying to schools, I applied to more than 70 schools. Most of them almost all of them denied me. But now I look back and I think that they all happened for a reason. So don't worry, in future the dots will connect. The only difference between success and failure is someone who doesn't give up. Just don't give up. Just keep on fighting for your dreams, your goals. Keep on praying as well. Prayer works. And um, tomorrow, same time, I'll see you. If this is the first time you are seeing me, my name is Nathaniel. I help people. What I do every day is I go online, go straight to U.S. Department of State to read everything about visa interviews. That is the reason why I know what I know. I always read about them. I always read about the new things they've been changing. I help people with visa interviews. I've written a book on visa interview. If you need one, just grab a copy. And that is everything I do. My life is visa. So yeah. So I'll be helping you. I we have a goal to help like more than 10,000 people with visa approvals this year, and we've done a lot already. So you could be part of the people. So Nangwe, thank you very much for the gift. I really appreciate it. So every day I'll be here because we have a goal, and the goal is helping 10,000 people with their visa approvals. I wish I wish to see all of you here. I think I have 44 people on TikTok, and I have like 10 people on YouTube. How many do I have on Facebook? They don't really show that, but hey, keep on winning. I believe in you. Okay, you have a big dream. That is very important. Just keep on going. I'll see you same time tomorrow, guys. Let me answer this last question, please. What about the social media? Okay, so when Mr. Donald Trump came to power, I think there was a bill, and the bill was passed last year in June, right? That visa officers should check applicants' social media. So that is why during the DS-160, they take your social media account. They used to take it initially like years ago, but right now they make a vet and social media vet, and it's in the law. So um, all you need to do is to post positive stuff on your social media, because the reason why they check social media more is your social media is a reflection of who you are. You get it? If if that is what they believe. Social media is a reflection of your personality. So I wouldn't come here and go outside and do prank videos. I only come here to educate, talk about visas, and I'm gone. Or talk about life as an international student, or talk about something, and I'm gone. So if they come here, look through my social media, and they're only going to see videos, education videos, they assume that that is my personality. Okay, so that is who I am. So when I come to the US, I'm not going to cause any bad thing, or I'm not going to do any crime, or I'm not going to commit any crime. But when you check your social media, you are always on your phone insulting people. You are always like violence. You are always doing harmful stuff to people. You are cursing. You take X, you hit it. When they see these things, they know that okay, this person is violent. So yeah, so your social media is a reflection of who you are. That is why mostly they say make your social media accounts public, because they want to check it. They want to know who you are. They want to know your personality. So that's it about the social media. So do you have to say no? They already have your social media accounts. You filled it on your DS-160, so they already have that. So all they will tell you during the visa interview is to make it public. So they go there and check. Yeah, code emails. I'll talk about that in the next lectures. Just remind me. Okay. The goal. That's why I did it 30 days. 30 days. Everyone should know everything about visa interview. For now, for the first 4 days, these are the four things I just need you to know. Always have a purpose before you go for your visa interview. Let them know you as a person. Don't just give random things. Be specific on your answers. That is number one. Number two, always prove home ties. That is what we've talked about. Number three, there are common questions they are likely going to ask you. Write these questions down, get answers to each of these questions, get a story as well. So that is number three. And these questions are for a student is why the US, why this university, why this major, who is going to fund your education, and finally, what are your plans after graduation? These are common questions they ask you. They are tricky questions like, why should I give you this visa? Suppose your sponsor stops sponsoring you, how are you going to fund your education? We are going to work on all these things within the next 30 days. We are going to do just that. And finally, I told you that you have to get 30 minutes a day practice your visa interview questions and answers because um yeah, the whole thing is hard, it's hard, so you have to put in the work. And so 30 minutes a day when you wake up early in the morning, that is what you have to do. You just take your pen and your paper, start writing that why the USA. Look through your answers. Is there something is there something that do I present myself in the answer? Do I have a purpose in the answer? If you have a purpose, great. You go to the next question. Who is going to sponsor your education? You look at it. Okay, my uncle is going to sponsor me. Okay, how would a visa officer believe that my uncle is going to sponsor me? Oh, okay, he's been taking care of me for the past 10 years. Oh, nice. Okay, so it means that he will still sponsor you. Okay, so he has a track record of sponsoring you. That is okay. Okay, my uncle has five cocoa farms. Oh, okay, so he's credible enough. You go to the next question. What are your plans after graduation? You write it down. Okay, so I'm a non-immigrant. I'm going to apply for a non-immigrant visa. So I need to say that I'm going to come back to my home country. So my plans after graduation, let me write, I'm going to come back to Cameroon. Okay, so I'm going to come back to Cameroon. You write it down. Why am I going to come back to Cameroon? To do something. What am I going to do? So you explain the specific thing you're going to do back in Cameroon. Because anyone can say, I'm going to come back to my country. But what are you going to work on when you come back to your country? Do you have a plan for that? They need people with purpose and they need people with plans. If you have that and you have a good funding, you have a good scholarship, or your sponsor is really credible enough, you pass, brother. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we talk about a whole lot. Bring about your questions. Stella said she would join tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm inviting her. She's going to speak to you about her interview. She got approved recently. And she was just like you guys, joining visas, mock sessions and stuff. And she's finally here. So she's going to speak to you. She's going to inspire you. And yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Those who gifted me, I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Tomorrow bring more gifts for me. Yeah, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, and God bless everybody. May God help you, and may you have a wonderful day.